If you have built a beautiful website on Squarespace and no one is visiting it, you are not alone. Squarespace makes it incredibly easy to build a gorgeous website, but SEO is a whole different ballgame, and trying to get your site to show up in search results requires some effort. So today I'm going to walk you through best practices for SEO on your Squarespace website in 2025. If we haven't met, I'm Christy Price. I'm a Squarespace expert and educator. I also offer a free pre-launch checklist for Squarespace. I'll drop a link below for that if you want to grab it. So today I'll walk you through how I think about SEO, how I set it up on my site and client sites, all those best practices for getting your keywords onto Squarespace. And I'm going to show you a tool that I use for my own work called SEOSpace. It makes everything pretty easy. So if you are new to the world of SEO, I would recommend checking it out because it simplifies things so much for you and basically tells you exactly what you need to do to improve your website's SEO. It's made specifically for Squarespace websites, and I'll drop a link below so you can try out SEOSpace for free and decide if it's for you before you sign up for a subscription. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to do keyword research, how to set up your SEO basics on Squarespace, what to look for when you're writing content for Squarespace websites using those keywords, and I'm also, very importantly, don't miss this, going to show you how to connect your website to Google Search Console and get Google to start crawling your website. Now, again, I'm going to be using SEOSpace throughout. Now, the first thing you want to think about when you're doing SEO is your keywords. So, what are people typing into Google or asking ChatGPT when they are looking for a business like yours? So, a really specific example is I'm in Austin, Texas, and we have a couple of poisonous snakes here. So, I want to teach my dog not to go near them. So recently I was looking for somebody who trained dogs to avoid snakes. So I typed in exactly snake avoidance training dogs Austin. That was it. That was my keyword. It was a phrase and it was exactly what I was looking for, and it gave me really good results. So thinking about your business, what would people type into Google to find you? So for me, they would be typing in Squarespace web designer. So let's just take a look at that. Okay, so Squarespace Web Designer has a really high search volume. This is incredibly high, but a pretty low level of difficulty to rank for, which is very nice. And currently I'm in position 3 on Google. So I'm doing pretty well there. I'm happy with that. Would I like it to be number 2 or number 1? Yes, but it probably won't ever pass up squarespace.com. So maybe I should shoot for number 2. If we look down below, there are also related keywords: freelance Squarespace web designer Squarespace, Squarespace web designer near me. This freelance Squarespace web designer has a decent search volume. 140 is not shabby and is even easier to rank for. So that's something that I could consider creating content around to try and rank for. Now, there's a lot of other information here. There's cost per click, which has to do with running Google ads. There's search intent. It can be navigational or commercial. And you may have questions about all of this. So one of my favorite things about SEOSpace is up in the upper right. For every one of these pages within the tool, there is a tutorial. So it will walk you through exactly what you're seeing here. And if you get stuck at any point, there is a chat. You can ask a question. It'll go to the AI agent first, but you can pretty quickly get connected with their team for help. You can also start right here, get started with SEOSpace, and it will walk you through the onboarding step by step. Now, I'm going to change gears a little bit here and search for a keyword that I want to start targeting. So I love working with authors. I have a couple of author Squarespace website templates that I sell, and I want to get more traffic from those authors to my website. So let's take a look at what we can find there. Okay, good news. I have looked up author website Squarespace. My search volume is 70, which is pretty high. It's not bad. And the keyword difficulty is 0. So it's going to be really easy to rank for. I am already ranking in position 33 for the keyword for one of my Squarespace author templates, but I want to get more authors to check out my templates. Let's go down and we'll look at these related keywords as well. We've got Squarespace author website Squarespace, Squarespace author website template. That has a really low volume, so I want to kind of stay in this author website Squarespace author website. That's probably a better phrasing for it, honestly, Squarespace author website. So I'm going to choose that as my keyword. And let's go ahead and pretend like we're setting up a site from scratch, because I don't want to change my site-wide SEO just yet, but I want to show you how to set that up. So I'm going to show you how to set up your site-wide SEO first using a demo site. And then we're going to dive in and look at creating some content on my website for Squarespace author website. Okay, we are here in a basic free Squarespace website template. If you're a DIYer, this may have been where you started. And Clove is one of my favorites, so I always love starting with this one. But the back end of any Squarespace site works the same. And I want to show you where to add those keywords so that it is clear to Google what your site is all about. Now, one of the first things you're going to want to do is update your site title here. So let me hop in and just give this a name. So maybe it would just be me, Christy Price. When you're ready to set up SEO for your website, you need to get into the SEO settings. And Squarespace likes to move their menus around, so I'm going to show you two ways to get there. The first is to go down on the left sidebar of your website once you're logged in and click on Settings. And then we're going to go to Marketing and SEO Appearance. Now, just in case these menus change, which they often do, if you are here logged into the back end of your website, you can click the / key on your keyboard and start typing in SEO and click SEO Appearance, and it will bring you to that exact place. So if you are a fan of shortcuts, the / key is one that I use all the time. But what I want to do right now is set up my search appearance. So you can see this little block is an example of what Google would show when someone Googles my website right now. So it's just my name. It's the site title that I added and a description. So what I want to do is type in my keyword here in the title, and I'm calling it a keyword, but it is in fact a phrase. It's a phrase of 3 words, Squarespace author website, and I'm just going to make it plural. I don't think that that is really going to affect anything. If it does, I can always come back and adjust it, but Squarespace author websites by, and then my name is auto-filled here. The %S pulls in the site title that we just set up, and we have our first important keyword right here. Now, we are also going to want to use that keyword, Squarespace author websites, in the site description as well. So here I want to write a compelling description that's pretty short, because if it's long, Google just cuts it off. So a short description about what I do using my keyword that is compelling enough so when somebody sees it like this, they're going to want to click through and visit my website. Okay, so I have Squarespace author websites for traditionally and self-published authors. We make it easy. Check out our portfolio and get in touch to get started. So again, I'm using that keyword here in the description, and I'm trying to make it compelling so that if someone sees this, they will click through. So this is where your site-wide title and SEO description come into play. Now, there are other places that are really important for SEO as well. And because I have a different search term that I'm trying to rank for overall, Squarespace web design, I want to create a page that talks about Squarespace author websites on my website. So I'll show you how I set that up so that it has the best chance of getting traffic. So let's hop over to my website and take a look at that. I'm approaching this a little differently because I want authors to pick one of my templates and then hire me to build that out for them. So they know what they're getting. It's a lower cost investment than a custom site, and it's a lower lift for me too. I just build out the template with their information. So I have over here created a page called Squarespace author website. If we click on the cog icon, there are some important things here as well. So the page title and navigation title. So the page title is Squarespace author website. It's my keyword. The navigation title is the same. This is really just if it shows up in navigation, which it doesn't at the moment. But very importantly, the URL slug contains my keywords with dashes in between them. My rule of thumb is to keep these less than 4 or 5 words, kind of 2 to 3 is my sweet spot for the URL slugs. But here I was able to do that entire phrase, Squarespace author website. And you'll notice here on the left that there is an SEO tab for page settings as well. And what I can do here is put in a specific SEO title. Now, this overrides the page title for SEO purposes. It's going to automatically pull in the page title, but you can override it here. And I just typed in Squarespace author website. And then under the SEO description, this is where I'm using that keyword phrase again, but making it short but compelling for them to click through. So I've filled out my SEO information for this page here. Let's take a look at the actual page itself, and I'll walk you through what's important here. So I have a first pass of a pretty short sales page here that I'm going to come back and add to with more images showcasing some of the work that I've done for authors. But let's go ahead and scan this page. So I have SEOSpace installed. It's a Chrome extension, and I'm going to rescan this with a keyword because I took out some of the SEO work that I'd done, and I want SEOSpace to show us what's going on here. And you can see that just based on I made 3 changes to this website, so we'd have some things to work on. And you can see that it lowered my score for SEO. And now we've got some advice here on improvements. So image file size, it's really large. Image alt text is missing. I took that off. Primary keyword usage. None of my images have alt text containing my primary keyword. So let's take a look at that. Now, I'm not going to spend time optimizing this particular image to make it smaller, but I do have a course that's free on image optimization, and I'll drop a link below, and that's going to walk you through pretty detailed what you need to do to make sure that your images are smaller sizes. But I do want to address these other things, the image alt text and primary keyword usage. So let's hop in here, double click, get into our image alt text, and let me make this smaller. And here I'm just writing Squarespace author websites by Christy Price. So it's also giving me information on how to improve my content, use my primary keyword in the first 100 words, use it in a subheading, some other things here. My heading H1 length is too short. It wants me to make it a little longer. My H1 word count, again, too short, needs to be a little longer. I'm getting some green things here though. I have one clear H1 on this page. That's this larger text here. And I am using my primary keyword. So again, you can just go through each of these to make improvements. It's really nice. So you've got color coded here too for red or things that you really need to do. Yellow is, hey, you should probably do this. And you get greens for all the things that you're doing right. So let me just close out here, and I'm going to go ahead and say author websites. I don't like the way that wraps, but again, we're here for SEO and not visual design today. Build your Squarespace author website with confidence. Okay, let me go ahead, save this, and let's rescan and remember my keyword. So I'm just saying yes. And just with those few little changes, we are 10% better than we were. And again, there's still more things that we could work on here to improve it even more. And one thing I just want to caution you about before we move on is what is called keyword stuffing. If you use your keyword too much, Google thinks that you're just trying too hard and you're trying to do something that's not cool. You're not building something that humans would want to read. They want to make sure that you are writing for people, that you're writing to be helpful. And so if I just wrote Squarespace author website in every single one of these headings without changing it up, that would look spammy to Google. So try to avoid that. Use it in the places that SEOSpace is telling you. Try and make all of these green and see how far you can get with that. Because in my experience, that is as far as you need to go. You don't have to try and use crazy methods to start ranking your website. So my recommendation is to use an SEO checklist or SEOSpace like I have here, and just make your life easier. Follow the instructions it's giving you, and just don't be spammy. Now, a couple of things I wanted to mention here with this page are that we want the page to match the intent of what the person is searching for. So someone who finds this is looking for a Squarespace author website, and that's what I'm trying to provide. So you want to make sure that your writing is clear, that it is exactly what that person might be looking for, and you don't want to be spammy, because spammy content will really reduce your likelihood of ranking well on Google or showing up in AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity. So, what you want to do is make sure that you're writing clearly and in a way that humans read and understand. And just remember that quality content always wins. Now, there is one other thing I promised to show you, and this is one of the most important steps. This is where we let Google know that your website exists and that it should be paying attention to it. So I'm going to show you how to submit your sitemap to Google search. Now, if you've just launched your website, you may want to wait a day or two to do this, because sometimes the sitemap isn't fully propagated for about 48 hours after your site goes live. And the way to check this is to go to your website.com and then just slash sitemap.xml. And there's a lot of stuff here. So we know that the sitemap has propagated. Yours may not be that long, but you do want something there. If it's empty, just wait, check back in a couple of days. Now, I want to show you a method of doing this that's a little different than other people teach. Most people will tell you to go into connected accounts and under third-party tools and connect it up here. That is not how I like to do it. I like to connect it up under Squarespace Analytics. So here in the left sidebar, click Analytics and go to Search Keywords. And what you can do is do the first part of the connection here right inside your Analytics panel, so that you can see what keywords people are searching for to bring them to your site really easily just inside of Squarespace. So this is where I like to do that first point of connection with Google Search Console. There is a part that you always have to do inside Google Search Console, and I'm going to show that to you next. But right now, if you click connect here, it's going to walk you through logging in to a Google account. It doesn't matter which one, just remember it, because it's the same one you'll need to use inside Google Search Console. And if you've not connected it before, it's going to give you a message here that it will take about 72 hours to start generating the keyword information for you. I've connected it before, so it's ready right off the bat. Now, the next thing I want you to do is to search for Google Search Console. And one of your first two results should be to sign into Google Search Console Tools or go to Google Search Console Tools. Either of those is fine. And I want you to check in the upper right-hand side if that is the icon for the Google account that you have logged into on Squarespace. If not, you can click on it and switch your accounts. Here, you're going to have a drop-down menu, and you're going to select your website here. If there are different options, you're going to choose the one that says HTTPS. That is the secure protocol. It's the most important one. And the next thing that you do, this is very simple. On the left-hand side here, you're going to go to Sitemaps, and it will auto-propagate your domain name here. And then you are just going to type in sitemap.xml and hit submit. Once you've done that, you're going to get a submitted sitemaps notice below with a success status. And Google knows now that your sitemap is ready. It should be crawling your website. Now, a word of advice here, it does not happen overnight. And if it's a newer website, it can take a while to actually get around to crawling your site. So sometimes when I've launched new websites, it takes weeks, sometimes months, for that site to start showing up in Google search results. Now, another thing that you can do is if you have just created a page like I did for the author websites page, and I want Google to know, hey, crawl this page. I also do this for blog posts from time to time if I want Google to start crawling them really quickly, is I will do a URL inspection, and Google will let you know if that URL is on Google. And if not, you can request indexing here. If it's not on Google, or if that page has changed enough that you want Google to re-index it, you can choose that here. There are a couple of other things that I wanted to show you on SEOSpace. One is keyword tracking. So you can keep an eye on how your keywords that you've selected are doing over time. So right now, Squarespace Web Designer, it looks like I'm in position 2, where I was in position 3 when I started this video. So that's cool. And things bounce around a little bit. But for Squarespace Author website, I want to work on getting this position higher. So this keyword tracking lets me keep an eye on that. The other thing that I wanted to show you that is so cool about SEOSpace is that it will do a site-wide scan for you. So you don't have to look at just a page at a time. You can get information about your entire Squarespace website as a whole. And to do that, I've already run my site through a scan, but when you're ready, you just say audit a new website. You type in your homepage URL here. It's going to check for your Google Search Console connection. And for me, it says, hey, you've already done this, please re-audit. So you can re-audit at any time, and you can also set up monitoring. So this is something that I'm setting up today. You can choose your image size preference. I'm going to go 500 kilobytes because a lot of my images are detailed enough that 250 is not going to get where I need to be. So I'm going to go 500 kilobytes. I'm going to go monthly. And then if there are any pages I want to skip from the scan, I can do that here. But right now I'm going to keep all of these, and I'm going to hit re-audit and let SEOSpace rescan my entire site. Now, if you have a large site, this can take a while, but it's worth it because you're going to get an overall site-wide SEO score. You're going to be able to keep an eye on your traffic here, and you're going to be able to see things change as you use this tool to improve your site's SEO based on what it's telling you on your website per page. So this is a really fun way to level up your SEO in a step-by-step method that does not feel overwhelming. So we covered a lot in this video. We talked about keyword research, how to use that keyword well on your Squarespace website to appeal to Google, and really just create quality content for your website. We also looked at connecting your site to Google Search Console and how to audit and track your SEO with SEOSpace. So again, I'll drop a link below to SEOSpace. It's available on the Chrome store if you want to try it out. But if you found this video helpful, please give it a like or drop a comment below, or subscribe to my channel if you'd like more information like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I wish you all the best with your website.